Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another video. Man, it's been a minute since I've done a video. I thought that I would record something, because lately you've been seeing a lot of podcast episodes. I guess this is like a little bit of I guess you could call it an update, you know? I'm recording at night and it's because it just literally got to where it's manageable. It's been really hot outside. So one of the biggest things that I want to say is I want to answer the question of what type of content am I going to be making uh, in the next 6 months, and sort of fill you in on some things. The first thing is you'll know that I've been updating the Blue Moon podcast um, playlist for season 2. For those of you wondering, those are episodes from last season, which was technically last year. So if you guys are wanting to know when season 3 will start coming out on to YouTube, that's kind of a big question for me. I've been wanting to make some space on my computer because I've been saving the audio files of the recent episodes from I think episode 16 of season 2 and on. So I've been saving all of those episodes and it's taking up a bit of space. And so eventually it will prevent me from recording more. So I'm trying to get either season 2 uploaded as soon as possible, or start getting season 3 uploaded, even as I'm uploading season 2. So, yeah, it might be easier for me to do that. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. And I thought that it would only make sense to do promos for episodes that are actually brand new and not for the season 2 episodes. So yeah, so if you've been following our the Blue Moon podcast on um, Twitter or on Anchor or Spotify, one of those, you'll know that that is um, basically how we're doing things. Sorry, my brain is fried. Is that these are like old episodes to you, but for people who aren't really aware of the platform that we are on now, and are wanting content on YouTube that's Blue Moon podcast related, this is your chance to see it. I will say episode 8 of season 2 was my favorite. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. But it was the hardest to put onto YouTube because I did the audio file different originally because it was an interview. And so I had to use a certain program that I wasn't really used to using. But I used it and it worked. And what I did to record it, because it was not letting me do what I normally do with my video editor software, was I put it on to slobs, and that's how I was able to do that. I was able to do, like, I recorded the whole thing. So yeah, and I wanted to make sure that the audio came through. Now on to things that aren't Blue Moon podcast related, like content. I have some ideas. That one video that I was planning on doing, it's probably not gonna happen. I've been busy with other things. I need to start sticking to more realistic goals here. It's a video that I won't say won't ever happen, but it's just not happening in the near future. So, like I said, like when things start slowing down a little bit for me and it gets a little bit colder to where it's not so hot and I can actually record without, having a heat stroke, um, then I'll be able to give you more content as far as that goes. However, you guys will still get ASMR videos. I have um, I have been watching the new iCarly, and I want to talk about that for a second. I'm not gonna give a review here. My review for the new iCarly series will be after I think all the episodes have aired for season 1. This is just so I can give it a shot and a chance. Because the first few episodes I've had a little bit of some mixed reactions to, and I just want to see if it gets any better. And so I want to give it the benefit of the doubt and say that the first few episodes were just the early episodes, so of course, they're going to be a little bit awkward but then as the show progresses, it's going to grow. Hopefully, that's the case. Um, and I'm really happy for that. I'm excited. Um, and so I have some recommendations that I got from B June, and she said that she'd like to see me do a role play with like bakery stuff. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do that. Um, I don't think I'll be baking anything, um, but I'm trying to think of how I'm gonna do that. I don't have any props. I'll figure it out. I think I'll figure it out. But that's something. And then also a head massage, because I guess that gives good sounds. Um, and then, well, I got a busy summer, um, but we're gonna see what we can do with that. Um, you have to excuse my tiredness. Oh, let's not forget. I got some other videos planned as well. Um, However, I I want to know something. First of all, um, I want to know what you guys would want to see that isn't ASMR related. So, I mean, of course, you can leave your recommendations for ASMR content, but I also want some other ideas for other different types of content that aren't ASMR related, just so we can kind of, keep some variety, and I would love to do that. Absolutely. I think I'm gonna go back and revisit some of my older videos and make like part twos to them. Um, Sorry. Um, and then um, I have some other plans as well. Um, how would you guys like to see a sort of like a monthly vlog, or like just like a vlog every now and again? Because like there's times where it's like I go to places, not all the time, but there's times where like I go somewhere and I want to, bring you with me on the experience. And, you know, I'm always scared to go out in public and record because I know people aren't really happy about that. Um, But if I can try to be careful with that and only try to really, like try not to get people's faces. I would love to go to certain places. There's places all around that we could go to, and I'd love to go and film these places because they're very beautiful around here. There's this place called the Three Devils, and it's a beach, and it's a really nice beach actually, and it's we went there the other day, and we saw Karen, and we saw a lot of things. I will save that for either the podcast or another video. I don't know, one of those, but that'll be saved. Um, and uh, so yeah, it's just a beautiful beach, and there's trees surrounding it, and there's it's a nice sandy beach, and it's when you first see it, there's bathrooms and a parking spot, but then it takes you there's this magical little tunnel that it goes through, and it's really nice. And it takes you all the way down to the beach, and it's like you're walking through an enchanted forest. It's really nice. So I thought maybe we would like that. I would record that and see if you guys would be interested in that, because I love nature. I'm a big fan of nature, and I just thought maybe you guys would be interested. Also, Twitch streams. As of right now, I'm not doing a whole lot of Twitch streams, but I plan on doing more in the future. I'm waiting until it gets cooler here. Not for it's 50 degrees, but just 70 degrees would be the highest. That's all I'm waiting for. It's been in the hundreds the last couple of days, and it's going to continue being in the hundreds, and it's just, you can't even go outside without melting, and it's just, we're trekking along. So if content seems like a little bit, you know, hit and miss, then that's because it's been too hot. However, it does plan on getting nicer out, and cooler out. So hopefully one of these days it'll get better. Um, there is. Now, I was going to talk about this on the podcast, but there is one last thing I want to mention about the podcast. That we are not switching to Sundays. First of all, we've been renewed for another season. I've renewed it because why not? And I can tell you that we're sticking with Anchor, and we're not switching to Sundays. We're still on Thursdays. However, for the 4th of July, we have an episode out, and that will count as an actual episode. And then November 21st counts as an actual episode, and that will actually be our season finale for season 3. And then we have some special episodes that'll be coming out in December for both Christmas and New Year's Eve. And then my goal originally was to come back on in May again. But then I thought, why don't I come back in February? So then it's still talked about. So really, you only have a month and a couple weeks, of waiting for a new season to come out. And I thought we'll come back at the beginning of February, as far as I know, and that's when we'll have season 4 premiere. So I just thought the sooner the better, because then it's you don't have to wait that long, and it keeps it in my mind, so I won't forget. So it's okay, this is something that if I can keep it in my mind, then I can keep it going. And so yeah, and um, but that's all tentatively. I don't know what life is gonna throw at me next. So, and life can be a bitch. I also want to start doing some other videos as well, some other gaming videos. I have thought about downloading some games like The Sims 3 and then Skyrim for the PC, but I've been having the hardest time getting Skyrim for the PC. Right now, there's a sale that ends on July 8th. So as of recording this, this is the 29th. It is 2 a.m. But there is going to be a little deal going on there. And so I do plan on, probably if Skyrim does work for my computer, because I don't know if it will or not, because basically what happened was I tried downloading GTA. Now that is a bigger game and it requires better graphics, but you never know about Skyrim. Skyrim is always evolving and changing in some ways as it moves forward. Um, and then I also want to do some other games as well. So if you guys have like a game that you'd like me to try out, preferably a single player game, um, let me know. And hopefully I can get it when I get a new job. Right now, the reason why it's so hard is because I've been waiting on a refund. And by the time that you see this, I'll probably already have that refund back. But I've been waiting on that. So, and then also, like, I'm planning on deleting my Amazon account because Amazon is a ripoff. I went to go look at Steam cards, and this isn't why it's a ripoff, but this is like one of the many ways that it is a ripoff. You're paying like 30 to 40 bucks for a $20 Steam card when, you could just use your own money. And all I have right now is not a lot in my bank account. I don't have a lot. So, hopefully soon I'll have more. But yeah, it's kind of like it's just I don't like Amazon. Um, but so there's more to come, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, thank you, and I will see you guys in the next one. Up and out.